Hey everyone, it's Luron here again and welcome back to my channel. Guys, in today's video I'll be going over three stocks that I'm looking to take some stock option trades on. One is TMO, Thermo Fisher Scientific, CRM, Salesforce, and BDX. So these three stocks are primed to take off in the upward direction, guys, and looking to, I already took a small position in TMO this morning at the open. So the other two I'll be looking to take positions either later today or sometime early next week. And also I'll be looking to add to my TMO positions. And the reason I'm releasing this video a little early today, guys, is I've been getting a lot of comments, and some of the comments people have been asking that I release these videos a little earlier so that they too can participate in some of these trades. So that's exactly what I'm doing here for you guys today. Now, if you're new to trading or you're a seasoned trader and you're not used to making 300, 400, 500% return on your investment, then you certainly don't want to miss this video, guys, because that's exactly what the type of returns I make with these type of option trades. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, guys, because it helps with the algorithm and also helps the channel to grow. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds to just smash that like button. And remember, if you have any comments regarding this video or anything about trading options, remember to drop me a comment below and I'll be first to respond to those comments. So let's jump right into it, guys. We'll jump into the charts and I'll break down both the technical analysis and also the fundamental analysis as to what's my driver in getting into these trades. So stick around, guys, and we'll jump right into it. Welcome back, guys. So the first stock that we'll be looking at, guys, is the Thermo Fisher Scientific. So this stock, as you guys can see here, since the pandemic, this is a pretty solid stock. Let's look at the technical analysis first. And let's look at so since the COVID crash, market crash, this stock has run up 113%. So this is a pretty significant run up that this stock has experienced recently, in the past 9 months actually. And since November 6th, the stock has declined or pulled back 18% in 18 days. So that's a pretty significant pullback. And the reason I'm taking a trade on this one right now, guys, let me zoom up a little here so you can see, is right here. As you can see here, we have a bullish engulfing pattern. So we have this green candle wrapping around this red candle, which is called a bullish engulfing. So for a bullish engulfing to be solid, you need a significant drop in the stock. And then you also need to have that bullish engulfing pattern occurring. So this is a pretty common pattern. It occurs, if we look at here, we have bullish engulfing right here. We had a small drop and then we had a bullish engulfing. What happened after? The stock moved up higher. So because I trade options, your gains you're able to leverage and multiply your gains significantly. So my target price for this one is 480, but my strike that I already placed will be for 470. So right here, I'm hoping for the stock to get back to 470. When? Because it's option, obviously there's a time allotted to it. The time I'm looking at is let me show you guys a trade that I already have here. 1 second. Let me pull that up. So right here, you guys can see I have a trade on for TMO. Expires December 18th, 2020, 470 call. So I bought this for 375 and you can see right now the bid and ask is 530. So it's up already 118 bucks already from this morning that I put the trade on. I only bought one contract. My plan is to get another 5 contracts on this one. So I'm looking to, like I mentioned before, I'm looking to increase my position on this one. So I did a starter position and I'll be billing on this position either by the end of the day. If the price is whole where I want it to be, I'll be increasing that position. So as you can see here, so we have the bullish engulfing and we also have a hammer developing here right now, guys. If you have a bullish engulfing, then you have a hammer, all that is within the decline. This is like significantly bullish, guys. When this happens, it means that investors will come in. It means that the stock is oversold when you have the bullish engulfing after a significant rundown. And now that the stock is oversold, investors will come in and buy it up. I can guarantee you guys that this stock, unless something significant happens in the overall market, this stock will be at, in 2 weeks, the stock will be at 480 easily. But for me, I like to go for about 70 to 80% of my target. So I know, and this is another swing low. So this is where resistance will be for this stock. It'll come up here and then it'll probably come back down a little. So as I mentioned before, I like to go 70-80% of my target. So that's why I'm going to 470. So right now the stock is at 450. So that's a $20 move to the upside. My contract, as I showed you guys there, expires December 18th. So literally we have 3 weeks, 3 solid weeks for this to get up to 370. I bought some there in my IB account there. I also bought some in my tax-free savings account for TD Thinkorswim. So that's on a different broker. But this is not too late. So if you were looking at this video and you're thinking, can I get in on this opportunity? Yes, you certainly can. I mean, Monday, this thing could even pull back a little on Monday. It's possible that next week you can see a little pullback here. But don't be surprised if right out the gate next week, this thing starts to shoot up very high. Look here, the last time we had a bullish engulfing on this stock, 4 days after, look at that, guys. Just shoot up right away. Easily, 1 to 200% return on your money if you're trading options. Now, if you're trading stocks, then that mightn't be such a huge gain for you, but options, that's big time move there, guys. So that's the technical analysis I wanted to show you guys there for Thermo Fisher, and it's a simple play. It's a bullish engulfing, and we have a hammer forming here today. Again, today is the 27th of November. Today is half day trading. So if you're looking to take a position on this, you want to get in by 1 o'clock, because that's when the market closes for option trading. So that's what's going on here. Let me show you guys some fundamental stuff. So this is FinViz. As you can see, the chart there, this stock topped out there and then it pulled back. Look at the EPS on this stock. This is a pretty solid growth stock. It has some small dividend that it pays, which is not a lot, 0.2%. But that's irrelevant here. So we have significant growth in the earnings per share in the past 5 years. If you look at the sales, we have significant growth in the sales as well. And then for the trailing 12 months, we also have 28 billion in sales compared to 25 billion. So if we look ahead, we see that this stock is growing for the next year as well. Let's look at the analyst upgrade. So all these analysts recently has been pushing this stock. Look at 550, 490, 485. So all the recent analysts price, they have this thing as an overweight, sector weight, and the price is all above where it's at right now. So considering all of that, guys, the bullish engulfing, the hammer that's forming, the big decline, the stock is solid fundamentally. I'm not going into the other fundamentals. These are the two key fundamentals that I focus on, EPS and sales. Analyst upgrades. I like to see these analysts to see what they're calling the stock. FinViz is calling for overall 503 price target, so which is pretty good. What else we got going on for this stock? We could look at the market beat. I like to go to market beat and check the analyst rating over here, which is some different analysts sometimes call in here. Overall today, the analysts are saying that this thing has a buy rate. 14 analysts saying they want to buy this stock up. 481 is the target price. So you see you have a 6.75% upside on this stock. So there you go, guys. I'll wrap this up for TMO. That's what we have for technical and fundamental analysis. Let's go to CRM, guys. So CRM, this is a pretty solid company as well, as you guys know. This stock was added to the Dow Jones Industrial Average back in August. And you see what happened there, which stock jumped significantly higher. Now the stock is in a wedge formation here. You can see a nice wedge. The stock has earnings coming up on December 1st after hours. So I wouldn't be taking a trade on this. I wouldn't be front running this one before earnings, because obviously the option premiums are significantly higher before earnings. I like to wait after earnings. So one thing I'll be watching for to see if Tuesday, this stock breaks above this resistance line. If it breaks just above this resistance line, I'll be taking a position before the earnings. However, if it stays within this room here within the wedge, I'm looking to take a position after earnings. So the morning after earnings, I'm looking to take a position, because I can tell you this stock will be breaking out. So again, this one is a wedge formation, and this is a pretty solid company. This is a high growth stock as well. If you look here, all the analysts have this thing going for 325, 310. If you look at the sales, their EPS is not that great because, as I said, it's a growth company. So sometimes their EPS isn't that great, but the sales are pretty solid. If you look at the trailing 12 months, we have 19 billion coming up on this company. So it's higher than the 17 billion. So we have growth there as well. 277 is what the overall FinViz rating is for this stock. This stock has a 9 ATR, meaning on average for the past 14 days, the stock moves about $9 in a day. So let's look at CRM again. So again, right after earnings, we still have a good bit of room before the apex. Usually these stocks will break out when it's about 70% complete in the triangle. So this one is looking real good, that we can have it sitting right in here just after earnings, or just attempting to break out. But I just want this one either right in here or just as it breaks out, you want to buy CRM. And obviously, if you get a chance to see the earnings report, make sure that they beat EPS in sales. You want to see what the overall market is doing, because right now the overall market is at almost all-time highs. If you look at the SPY, you'll see that the market is just right there at all-time high. So if the market breaks all-time highs, let's say today or Monday, and then you add that to CRM doing well with their earnings, this thing is going higher. This thing is going to 280. So I'll be buying 280 strikes for 2 weeks. So let's say Tuesday this thing does well with earnings, the overall market is doing good. I'm looking for a 2 weeks play on this trade for 2 weeks, 280 on this stock. So that's what I'm looking at for CRM. If we look at BDX, I'll wrap this one up pretty quickly, guys. Again, this is another wedge formation we have on BDX, and as you can see here, it's holding on the support line here, so we can expect a move up to about 236. So that's a nice $10 move from where it's at right now. So today what you want to see is we have 1, 2, 3 tests of this support line, and if we can hold that support line closing today, this stock will move up higher. So if it closes here today, you might want to buy today at the close or just before the close, because tomorrow Monday this can jump up 231 and start moving higher, and then we have some resistance into this resistant line right there. So this is another good. This is Becton Dickinson. It's a similar sector as TMO, so that they were all in a decline sector. I think medical device or something like that. Let me see here. Yeah, medical instrument and supplies. They were all in the similar sector. So this one, not the strongest for growth stock because they pay some dividends, 1.39%, which is pretty decent. The price target of 273 analysts have for this. So this is way below its price target. Let's go check this one, BDX. Let's see what the analysts at Market Beat is saying about this one. So they have a buy rating on this one too. They have some hold and some buy, but they're calling for a 280 price, and they have 22% upside. So this one is doing pretty good too, based on what analysts are saying on this stock, BDX. So yeah, that's a simple one sitting right there. You can either take a position later today if it holds and closes above this line. If it closes below this line today, that's a breakdown. It'll continue to break down. But if it holds here, we have 1, 2, 3, and it's a trending line here. This will be looking to move higher. So that's what we have going on there, guys. If you look at, let's go back to TMO for a little while to see what type of earnings they have. So if you look at TMO's earnings, so their most recent earnings, they crushed the EPS, guys. Look at that, 5.6 versus 4, 8 billion versus 7, and their forecast is 8 billion and 5.79 in the EPS. So it's pretty good on their forecast. So that's why I like this one a lot. As you can see here, the one position I took there is appreciating, and like I said, before the end of the day, if it holds that pattern that I'm looking at, I'll be looking to add more to my position. If it holds this hammer or it doesn't have to hold a hammer. If it comes down a little bit too, it'll be a better entry for me. But the hammer would be a signal that, hey, we have a bullish engulfing, and then we have a hammer, which is super bullish. The combination of this and this, plus the fundamentals that I told you guys about. So this one is looking really solid, guys. So that wraps this video up, guys. Like I said, we touched on TMO, CRM, BDX, and I'm basically giving you guys some pretty good trade as to what I'm looking at to trade today and also early next week. So you guys can make your decision as to whether or not you want to take some of these trades, because they're high quality setups and you certainly can be profiting from these setups. If you look at BDX, they have a nice sloping target. This stock in the next month or two will be hitting this line above here. But for now, the small target would be 235 if you're trading options. And that can return you, in 2 weeks, that can return you 200 to 300% easily. If you have a 2 weeks contract and you hit that 235, 237 mark. So that wraps this one up, guys. Again, I'll repeat, if you guys are new to the channel, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, guys, because it helps with the algorithm. It helps the channel to grow. Remember to leave me a comment below so I can respond, as I usually do, to any of your questions that you may have regarding trading options. So I'll wrap things up right now, guys. So we'll talk later.